Hello everybody, this is Gabus Games, and welcome back to another Crossout Honest review. And for your information, I did change the video settings in OBS, so let's hope it's a little bit better now. And also, I'm changing the format of how I'm doing these Honest reviews. For now on, I will do 2 builds instead of 3, and I will no longer build on video, I will have pre-builds. So this is basically where it's going to be the pre-build for the later version. But we're going to cover the Spike-1 today. And the Spike-1 is one of the event weapons. You will be able to craft one of them only, because, well, it's not a new weapon and will not become craftable. It's specifically the only event weapon, so you cannot get it otherwise, and you will only be able to craft one of them during the event, per player, basically. So I built a version with a Phoenix as secondary weapon, basically, where there would be if you actually get it yourself and do not use the market, and the other one is a triple variant for if you want to go and buy 2 off the market and make one yourself. So this is going to be like, okay, will it be worth it to grind out a Spike-1 during this event? Because if you guys didn't know, like on the market, I'm just gonna go Spike. It is a pretty expensive weapon, and because of that, like it is actually just like worth a lot, but the price will crash pretty soon. So if you get it, you should get it like in the first couple of days and sell it, and later rebuy it towards the end of the event or something, probably, because then the price would have dropped, because there are more of them, of course. But we're just gonna go in over the stats. I've got my spreadsheet here as always, so we're gonna actually compare it to these Phoenix here. So let's go over some of these stats. So first up, the Spike-1 has a single hit damage of 161.62. It is direct impact, so there's no explosive damage. The Phoenix does have explosive, but it deals 160 damage. So that's just slightly lower damage, but in return it is explosive. There's a 2.8 meters explosion radius on the Phoenix, and again, like Spike does not have that explosive. You can also see the different icons here. This one does not have it explosive. This one does have it. Slightly different. The comparison, the knockback on the enemy on the Spike-1 is absolutely huge. It's 2,500 points, and it's just absolutely nuts. You will actually push people around. It's actually the perk of this thing. They have a ridiculous amount of knockback. Well, the Phoenix, of course, have the like stick on surface and then like detonate after a short while, but they can be like cancelled out. So the Spike-1 as, even though it is not explosive, it is a consistent shape of damage compared to the Phoenix. Also, the Spike-1 has 4 energy points compared to the Phoenix 5. They do both have the same ammo amount, but the Spike-1 also has a slightly faster rate of fire. Because of that, the DPS, like overall average damage per second across a minute, is 29.09 for the Phoenix compared to the 46.18 for Spike-1. 46 for just a 4 energy weapon that has a turret and has range. Taking those stats, like the only other weapons that have like higher DPS, for example, are firebugs at 91.91, but those do not have range, and they're relics. Like for being an epic, it has a really good damage per second. Like 46.18 compared to the impulse is 58.91. Of course, the impulse in return is 5 energy, so it has similar DPS to an impulse. And that's kind of ridiculous. Take that, so like per energy point. Do note that. So other notorious stats: 273 health. With this giant hitbox is not a lot. Phoenix has similar hitbox, but 341. It is a bit lighter, 200 kilograms. Both have pretty much perfect accuracy, but like drop because of the arrow. Both have the same drop, so these things actually synergize together, like they can be used together, and you can use the Spike-1 to detonate the Phoenix shot, for example, if you want to just combine those things a little bit. However, the Phoenix has a turret rotation speed of 40 compared to the Spikes-1 turret rotation of 70. So it is actually almost a double rotation speed compared to the Phoenix. I'm just gonna show that right here. I'm gonna lock them in place and gonna go right here. You can see how the guns rotate like at a way different speed. And because of that, the Spike-1 is also more reactive. So I would say Spike-1 is the better two of the of these two weapons. However, it does only provide impact damage in return for the Phoenix explosive damage. Like in raw power against cabins, Spike-1 is better. But the Phoenix comes with explosive, so it is better at stripping armor. And that's the main difference between the two, and Spike-1 of course being more class. And also the reload of a Phoenix is 5.5 seconds, Spike-1 3.5 seconds. That's basically how much faster the Spike fires. So that's quite a lot of like damage. They do not have a great projectile speed. Like it is slightly slower than cannon rounds, so you do have to watch out for that. And they're a little bit harder to aim than the average cannon. But we're just gonna take this thing out. This is a pretty basic setup featuring 4 twin steering wheels, 2 small studded steering wheels. Again, Spike-1 Phoenix has an ammo pack at the back and a bat cabin. You can pretty much see the armor layout right here. Ammo pack is okay, the ammo pack's on there, but nothing is fused, so everything is stock, so to say. This is probably what you would end up using if you get that one spike. Like something like this. And maybe, like, otherwise if you go higher, you probably use 2 Phoenix and 1 spike. But I think using 2 of these are probably better. I mean, this is 8 rares, 1 epic, and 1 spike. Note that the spike will be about as hard to get as a normal average epic. So if you have pre-grinded a little bit or pre-bought some resources, you probably will not have issues getting this thing. But it will come at a cost of being like you're gonna take it and you have a more difficult time grinding out the possible legendaries. That's one thing to note out. Like I don't see people getting more than 2 of the legendaries and 1 Spike-1. Like I think that's about the maximum. I don't see people getting more, to be honest. Oh. You're gonna immediately see the reload speed in effect. I mean, the Spike-1 is freaking 2 seconds faster. Oh, it's so fast. It really reloads fast. Which makes it a pretty good weapon overall. I wouldn't call it overpowered, but it's definitely like a very powerful, very viable weapon. Come on, hit. Dang it. Yes! There we go. You can see that knockback there. Okay, let's hawk this guy. Get out of here, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. Boop. Why can't I hit him with the spike while I want to hit him with the freaking other one? Ah, there we go. And I just honked. Why did I just honk? I don't know. I got his wheel. You could see his wheel, like his wheel getting targeted. Also note that it is possible for people, if timed right. Oh, sorry man, I blocked your toe missile there. It actually is possible for people to actually detonate the spike mid-air if they're actually shooting the barrel specifically. There we go. And bye, man. GG. So yeah, it is definitely a powerful weapon. I didn't get did not get MVP, but 4 kills is pretty good. I personally I do like this weapon. Like it can be really good. Like it's a weapon effective also against hovers. Like one of the weapons that if you can manage to hit a hover, even if you do not take it off, but just like hit it on the space armor, it can spin the enemy around, especially if you got 2 or 3 of them. I will show later in a second. It's really powerful. Also, guys, this is at 4,000 power score. It is quite devastating, to say the least. The ammo is just like the small ammo packs is just enough when at this power score range to like get the ammo. You will probably run out of spike ammo at some point, but the Phoenix, like with the fire rate of the Phoenix, you can probably get till the end of the match. So again, I do really hope that the overall quality of the video has improved. I did fiddle around with my OBS settings, and I think I know actually the cause why it was so bad. Because of Twitch streams, I had actually been fiddling around with the settings for the Twitch streams, but both recording and Twitch streaming both use the same decoder, and I will have to split them up, probably. That will probably help. And that was a little bit short. The gun drop, like the bullet drop, is quite significant. Oh crap! Too much machine gun. I don't like those machine gun hovers at this tier. I really do. I really don't. Come on, hit. No, no hit. Eh. Oh, there go my guns. That shows how glass they are. Like you have to be careful not being hit. And oh my god, all those turrets. I do like this one. It's a little bit of an art build, I guess. Not great, but it's nice. It doesn't look too bad. Well, drones are everywhere, and we already lost most of our team, so I don't see this happening anymore. But yeah, that was the low power score variant. I'm just gonna load up the high tier. Gonna go over it quickly. Again, no fusion done. 4 Garage Force because they have a little bit more armor, even at the cost of slightly more mobility. 3 spikes, no fusion. Generator, epic. Radio detector, oppressor under there. 2 large ammo packs, and a cloak. So this thing is based around just reloading as fast as possible and getting those shots is just like machine gun pepper fire. I'm actually going to set up different buttons. Let's put that one 2 and this one at my mouse 5 button. Mouse 5 button actually is like my thumb button. Well, mouse 4 is actually like the rear of my thumb. So like those are kind of switched for me. So that's why mouse 5 is group 3 and mouse 4 is group 4. Chimney is gonna stay at F. Let's go to radio here. Like some space armor. Nothing special. I did have like a little layer of armor here extra because this thing is of course 5 wide, this is 4 wide, and I kind of wanted a little bit of protection against the explosives. That's always why we have this plate right here. And let's hope we do not face some ridiculous scorpion hover or something, or hurricane hovers. I don't really see that happening. I mean, this is 8.2. It's quite a high power score. Kind of wonder what people kind of think. I'm just taking this out for a spin. You really do not see these things often. Also, note, you can actually troll allies with these. Actually, wait, did I change that? I might have changed it. Actually, before you could actually troll allies with them. I'm not actually, because that guy didn't go spin around like crazy. I'm not sure anymore, but okay, good job, bot. But before, if you would shoot allies, it would actually spin around as well. So actually people use these things to troll allies as well, just push them over, and it was kind of annoying. So I guess I'm happy to like see them have fixed that. Okay, there's another hover. I see myself getting shot in the face by him activating cloak. In a second. Yep, there we go. Alright, one hit. I'm smoking, so he can still see me. Luckily, I can kind of evade his missiles. And oh god. Yeah, that's not happening. Too many drones, too many missiles. You were the exact guy I wanted not to not to see. Dang it. Oh, I can look up. I really do not like hurricane avers. Beep. Oh, there we go. Thanks for the support. Cricket hover, probably. Yeah, cricket hovers. These things do like they do consistent damage. That's the advantage of spikes. You do not get some random weird explosion. You will do the damage. And because the pretty high fire rate, like you do not have that much issues with like if you hit space armor and hovers. Like okay, you will still have issues hitting them, but the actual like issue with tsunami, for example, like that you actually like hit some space armor and have that 1000 damage shot go off for like 10. That really feels bad with tsunamis. You do not really have that with these, especially if you like put them a separate buttons shotgun around. And I actually might want to change one thing up, is that I want these two to go one higher. I need this to be just like one block higher overall. I'm gonna move the entire setup up. Actually, this one I cannot move up. But all the other parts we're going to push up by one to get this a little bit more clear angle of fire, because we do not have a really good clear angle of fire, and we were hitting the other one, the other crossbow, quite a bit. I haven't played tested these. This is just like okay, quick build, and we're gonna go. So you can see like unfused. I wouldn't like troll you guys and secretly fuse these things up. That would be pretty sad. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go for something like this. Do you have a 3 white space there? Well, defender window would be too high, of course. Can use these right here, and we do have quite a bit of space here now. And I think I'm just gonna fill that up with something like flaming rakes. Oh, wait, no, that does not fit. Or does it be? Ah, there we go. Actually, you can actually cover these things up quite a bit. I'm gonna actually just cover that in a second. But that would be on a ground-based vehicle, not on a hover-based vehicle, because it's a bit harder to be in a hover. Unless you're gonna go for a really big 5 hover setup. Then you're gonna really notice that. Of course, you can take 4 of these, being 4 energy. But that's a bit hard, and you will have no support modules other than a hot red and ammo. And I don't know how much, like, you kind of do want to have the cloak. And these being, okay, they're both on the same button now. Did forget to put those back. Here's like also one advantage of hovers on this map. Just ignore the trains. Nah, mobility. There's an advantage. Oh, we got hurricanes. And turrets. Oh, and a scorpion hover with space armor. I saw that. I saw that. Yep, do the right turn. Turn to the right. There you go. That was actually just like one shot of 2 bolts because it didn't fire the middle gun. And that was just a missed shot. Oh, there's the bot. Okay, let's blow up a generator, shall we? Ah, if I at least can hit it. I guess I'll just do that. You can also just see the needle sticking in there. Whip. Let's get back here. There we go. Come on, hit. Nah. Guess I'm just gonna hit that guy for a second. Good, I'm at the last mouse button. Okay, there we go. Got the buttons. Those are still problematic. Ooh, there we go. Okay, to the left we go now. Oh, that guy's eliminated. That's good. Okay. Oh, that's a Reese. Okay. Ow, 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 ow. Ah, rip. That reload, though. Where's that one guy firing all those? What the hell? That doesn't feel normal. Reload. That feels that feels quite a bit faster, to be honest. That feels like a really fast reload. This is a drone. Or a wolf cabin, of course. I'm just gonna go back and fix this. I'm gonna put that on 2. Guess that's fine. Okay, looks like a different lobby. Oh, what the hell is that? Angels, what is that? Oh, shotguns. Okay, that's pretty cool. Actually, I want to make a picture of that. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Thanks, man. Okay, knowing map positions, cloak up. Oh. Dang it. Oh, no. Oh, of course. They're still here. Because why wouldn't they be? Nice box. That's decent, I guess. Only those are the only guys left, so I guess we're going back again. Take it out for one more match. So yeah, basically my conclusion. Hope don't record this. Well, I'm actually recording this. More people. But yeah, my conclusion is these things are powerful, high rate of fire, but they do not have explosives like the Phoenix. They synergize well with Phoenix. Overall, just like with the same velocity, same per drop, everything. There we go with Cosmos Day. But because they're good synergized stuff, it is perfectly fine to just take one of them. Or two of them. And you do not like need three. It's perfectly fine to just take one or two. Hope you weren't filming. I was. Oh, hello. Oh god, what is that? Okay, I see. Clear that gun. No. No. Ah, there go my guns. Again, guys, these guns are glass, and I was actually doing really horrible there. I'm still much faster than most other people here. Hello. Ah, dang it. I won't make it. Oh, rip. Ouch. Judges? Going for single net damage probably, but judges? Judges aren't that great. But yeah, Spike-1. I would say still worth it. I think they're still worth it. Like, even though they had their reload nerfed and damage nerfed, just like think about it, like these weapons used to be a direct contender to the Scorpion, and actually they have pretty much the same damage output. Scorpion sits at 65.80 for 6 energy. These sit at 46.18 for 4. I think these actually might have like a higher DPS than Scorpion has. But of course, Scorpion has the actually really high accuracy, like damage-wise and whatever. I think the Spike, is actually a contender to the Scorpion right now. And because of the perfect accuracy of this weapon, just like the Phoenix, it is a really dangerous weapon. That's for sure. But in return, they're hard to aim, they're glass, and whatnot. I think like even though they're really powerful, like they have a really high floor, like really high roof potential, but their floor is because how hard they are to use aren't that great, and like just the floor stats, just raw stats, like it has potential, but you really have to practice hitting things, and you're probably gonna have to invest in hovers for it to work. That said, I hope you guys enjoyed watching as always, and I'll catch you guys all later. Bye guys!